This film is intended for adult audiences. Your discretion is strongly advised.
What's your news, baby?
I'm pregnant.
I'm sorry?
I'm pregnant.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Is that all you're gonna say is wow?
You're pregnant?
3 weeks.
How do you know? I mean, how do you know?
Blue. Just turned blue, so I went to the doctor.
Look, we're not even married.
I know, it's funny you should mention that.
It's funny.
Do you love me?
Of course I love you.
Good. Will you marry me?
Whoa. Hey, marriage police, pull over.
Come on, Stanley, I'm proposing to you right now.
Welcome back to Silver Screen Critique. Today we dive into the adrenaline-pumping action-packed of The Rock, a 1996 thriller directed by Michael Bay.
I had a lot of ideas, a lot of action ideas. Very expensive, though. My movie in my head was something the studio wasn't prepared for. Jerry says, we'll convince him.
This high-octane film features an all-star cast, including Sean Connery, Nicolas Cage, and Ed Harris, each delivering electrifying performances that keep you on the edge of your seat. With its mix of thrilling action sequences and memorable one-liners, The Rock is a classic example of 90s action cinema at its finest.
But that doesn't give you the right to mutiny!
You call it what you want! You're down there, we're up here! You walk into the wrong goddamn room, Commander! Goddamn it, Commander, one last time. You tell your men to safety their weapons, drop them on the deck.
I cannot give that order!
I am not gonna repeat that order!
I will not give that order!
What the hell is wrong with you, man?
Stand fast!
Oh my God. Let's waste these.
One last time, you order your men to safety their weapons!
Top 5 Pros. Explosive action sequences. The Rock is renowned for its jaw-dropping action scenes. From high-speed car chases through the streets of San Francisco to intense shootouts in the labyrinthine corridors of Alcatraz, the film keeps viewers glued to the screen. The stunts are expertly choreographed and executed with precision, showcasing Michael Bay's flair for dynamic and visually stunning action.
You're shooting too close to the rocket! Him, but not the rocket! The other mutants, Professor? The rocket! Not the rocket!
Strong performances. The cast delivers top-notch performances that elevate the film. Honoring the late Sean Connery, who brings a suave yet rugged charm to his role, commanding the screen with his legendary presence.
We've got a problem in a place that I think you know. There's a hostage situation on Alcatraz.
Hostage.
81 tourists.
The Rock has become a tourist attraction.
While Nicolas Cage shines as a nerdy chemical weapons expert turned reluctant hero, delivering a portrayal that is both compelling and humorous.
I'm unarmed, sir.
What's your issue?
I left it in my, my sock drawer.
A gun?
For what? You're a chemical freak. I'm a chemical super freak, actually, but I still need a gun.
Ed Harris excels as a complex antagonist, imbuing his character with a sympathetic backstory that adds significant depth to the narrative.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're being detained against your will. For that, I apologize. It's not our intention in any way to harm you. You will not be detained 1 minute longer than is necessary for us to complete our mission.
Engaging plot. The storyline of The Rock is both engaging and intricate. The plot revolves around a rogue group of Marines taking hostages on Alcatraz Island and threatening to unleash chemical weapons on San Francisco.
This is FBI Director Womack. Director, be advised. 81. I say again, 81 civilians are under my control as of this moment.
The tension builds masterfully, with twists and turns that keep the audience guessing until the very end.
Who is this? Mr. Director, you have a very serious problem. A battery of VX gas rockets is presently deployed to deliver a highly lethal strike on the population of the San Francisco Bay Area. I will call again at 0000 hours to state my demands.
I want to know who I'm talking to.
This is Brigadier General Francis X. Hummel, United States Marine Corps, from Alcatraz. Out.
Iconic one-liners. The script is peppered with memorable dialogue that has stood the test of time. Lines like "Welcome to the Rock" have become synonymous with the film and are delivered with perfect timing and conviction by the cast. Much of Nicolas Cage's dialogue was ad-libbed, including the infamous Zeus butthole line, which Michael Bay wanted to cut, but Cage insisted on keeping.
How, in the name of Zeus's butthole, did you get out of your cell? I only ask because in our current situation, well, it could prove to be useful information. Maybe!
These quotes add a layer of enjoyment and replay value to the movie.
Trade secrets, my son.
Impressive cinematography. The film's visual style is striking, with Michael Bay's signature use of sweeping camera angles and dramatic lighting. The cinematography captures the grandeur of the San Francisco Bay Area and the ominous atmosphere of Alcatraz Island, enhancing the overall viewing experience. Deep dives. There are several theories suggesting that Sean Connery's character in The Rock is actually an older version of his iconic James Bond persona.
I admire your luck, Mr.
Bond. James Bond.
Considering that Connery last portrayed Agent 007 in the unofficial Bond film Never Say Never Again, the setting of The Rock would place John Patrick Mason at 83 years old in 2013. Although Never Say Never Again isn't part of the official Bond canon, there are multiple ties that support the James Bond theory. Ignoring the unofficial film, the timelines align perfectly.
You're marvelously well equipped.
Thank you, James. So are you.
Thank you. What exactly are we going down for?
Sport. And a little fun.
You appear tense.
You affect me, James.
Well, that's bad. Going down, one should always be relaxed. Is it far to the reef?
It's far enough. We've got time to kill.
However, it's all conjecture, and there's no definitive evidence to confirm this theory. In the scene in the interrogation room where FBI agent Stanley Goodspeed introduces himself to John Mason, John replies, "But of course you are."
Well, I'm Stanley Goodspeed.
But of course you are.
This was exactly the same line he used when he met Plenty O'Toole in the casino scene in the Bond movie Diamonds Are Forever, 1971.
Hi, I'm Plenty.
But of course you are.
Plenty O'Toole.
Named after your father, perhaps?
Would you like some help? On the craps, I mean.
It's very kind of you.
Sean Connery has requested a cabin on Alcatraz to avoid daily travel to the mainland. He allegedly sought permission to anchor a yacht off the island, but was denied by the Coast Guard. While no cabin was built, Connery often spent time in his trailer instead of returning to his hotel in San Francisco. While The Rock is regarded as one of the best movies of Michael Bay, he turned down this movie 6 months prior to finally saying yes. He said, "The story just wasn't serious enough for me."
I'm a very visual director, and I demand the most of what my film should look like. I want it to be something that places the viewers in places where you're not really privileged to see. I like really involving the viewer and getting right in there on the action.
But ironically, it becomes the favorite of his own films. Not only his, but also the Academy Award winner Guillermo del Toro and Sean Connery's 90s favorite, along with Entrapment, 1999.
Well,
You're the most beautiful crook I've ever seen.
Why, thank you, kind sir. So I recognize you. I wouldn't want to go home with the wrong man by mistake now, would I?
It is a mass ball. We all go as someone else.
The studio wanted this movie shot in Los Angeles, with only a handful of exteriors of Alcatraz and San Francisco to complete the illusion, but director Michael Bay refused, telling them, "I gotta shoot on this island because this island is so bitch." It took a while for Michael Bay to convince Nicolas Cage and Sean Connery to go underwater while flames blasted above the surface at the mark, but eventually both actors agreed. Cage mentioned it was very frightening, and Sean wasn't happy about it either.
Want you to bite you.
Astronauts!
This movie and the next Michael Bay's film, Armageddon, 1998, both featured the song Leaving on a Jet Plane.
I'll see you in a couple days, honey. All my bags are packed. I'm ready to go. I'm standing here outside your door. I hate to wake you up to say goodbye. So kiss me and smile for me. Let me know you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again.
Leaving on a jet plane. I don't know when I'll be back again.
Leaving on a jet plane. I don't know when I'll be back again. I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again.
Michael Biehn, who has played Navy SEALs, grew unsure of himself while acting for the first time here against real SEALs. He told Michael Bay he was freezing up pretending to be the leader in front of them, as well as in Sean Connery's presence. But this wasn't the first time working with Ed Harris. Ed pointed out that he worked with Michael Biehn on The Abyss, 1989, saying that experience bound a lot of us together, almost like being in a war of some kind.
Mrs. Brigman, you don't need to know the details of our operation. It's better if you don't.
You're right. I don't need to know. What I need to know is that thing is off this rig. Do you hear me, Roger Ramjet?
You're becoming a serious impediment to our mission. Now, you either do an about-face or walk out of here. I'll have you escorted out.
Nicolas Cage signed on to this movie initially just to work with the producing team of Don Simpson and Jerry Bruckheimer. Unfortunately, Don Simpson died during the production. They tried at first to keep the news from Michael Bay until he finished the day's filming. Nicolas Cage accidentally broke the news to him.
Denzel becomes an automatic for the following reason. We started to look at this movie like the equivalent of the Thriller in Manila, the Rumble in the Jungle. It was like Ali Frazier. Because when you're going to do 2 hours in an enclosed space, toe-to-toe, boom, 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 let me tell you, you've got to be the kind of individual who can keep cranking it up. And let me tell you, when you see the picture, when we see the picture now, not to be disingenuous, Jerry and I have more than once looked at each other and say, who else could have played these two roles when you see them in combination?
And Brad Pitt was under consideration for the
we talked to him. We talked to him. We talked to Val Kilmer.
Al Pacino.
We talked
Pacino?
Well, Pacino for the older role.
Oh, yeah. And was Cruise under consideration at all, or is he too...
He was busy.
He was busy.
So
you couldn't get him?
Yeah, he was busy.
Would you have thought of him because of Top Gun? Or?
Well, we would have thought of Tom because believe me, he's a really, really terrific actor. And it's not just his star power, and we've worked with him so much. The answer is yes.
Reportedly, Sean Connery accepted the part of Mason after learning that Nicolas Cage had been cast as Goodspeed.
That's right.
And you need my help.
Exactly right.
Coffee.
No, I'm fine, thank you.
Offer me coffee.
Oh, yes. Well, that was in fact going to be my next... Can we get a cup of coffee in here, please?
Director Michael Bay, Don Simpson, and Jerry Bruckheimer first worked together when the directors shot a video for them on Days of Thunder, 1990.
to worry you. Pick a spot on the wall and look at it.
Please don't move.
I didn't move.
Your eyes. Just focus on one spot.
What do you see?
The retina.
What's it look like?
Very pretty, actually.
Seen enough?
Just about.
What did you do that for?
It's the Babinski side. If the toe goes up, you're in trouble. You're fine. Put on your clothes. You're clear to race.
Michael Bay's idea for a sequel involves a now married Goodspeed in possession of the microfilm evidence who finds himself pursued by the government, and with nowhere else to turn, he's forced to ask Mason for help. But unfortunately, it didn't happen. Top 5 cons. Over-the-top explosions. While the action scenes are a highlight, some viewers may find the sheer number of explosions to be excessive. Michael Bay's signature style often includes gratuitous pyrotechnics, which, while visually impressive, can sometimes overshadow the plot.
With the cameras set, the street is cleared, and the crew members take their place.
Ready and action!
After successfully completing the cable car explosion, digital artists duplicate the existing flames captured on film and position them beneath the cable car. The result is an explosive moment that sets the film off and running.
Predictable tropes. The Rock relies on several familiar action movie cliches. From the reluctant hero to the noble villain, these tropes are executed well, but can feel predictable for seasoned action movie enthusiasts, potentially reducing the element of surprise.
I don't quite see how you cherish the memory of the dead by killing another million. And this is not combat. It's an act of lunacy, General Sir. Personally, I think you're an idiot.
Character development. Despite strong performances, the film's fast pace leaves little room for in-depth character development. Secondary characters, in particular, receive minimal backstory, which can make it harder for the audience to connect with them on a deeper level.
It's okay. I'll be over here if you need me.
Last photograph I had of you, you're about 10.
Yeah? Well, I found a picture of you among my mom's things when she died.
Underdeveloped subplots. The film introduces several interesting subplots that are not fully explored. This can leave viewers wanting more depth and explanation for certain characters and storylines, making some parts of the movie feel incomplete.
There's something I've got to do, Barb. Something I couldn't do while you were here. I tried. You know I tried everything, and I still don't have their attention.
Continuity errors. The Rock occasionally suffers from noticeable continuity errors, where details such as props, costumes, or even character placements vary between shots within the same scene. These discrepancies can momentarily distract viewers who notice them, disrupting the seamless flow of the narrative and undermining the film's overall production quality. Rating 7.5 out of 10, The Rock is a thrilling ride filled with explosive action, strong performances, and iconic moments that make it a standout in the action genre. Despite a few issues, the film's engaging plot and impressive cinematography ensure an entertaining experience.
Where'd you dig up this guy?
That's classic.
With fascinating behind-the-scenes facts and memorable dialogue, The Rock is a must-watch for action fans.
Clear here, sir. No motion sensor stripped.
Nothing.
Which movie would you like us to review next?
Tell him to stay out there.
Sweep forward!
Did any films mentioned in this review catch your interest? Let us know in the comments, and we promise not to disappoint.
Looks like he f***ed his commander.
I knew it. That son of a jumped ship.
Welcome to the Rock.